Alex, and today we're getting real southern over here. I'm doing a down-home fried chicken cutlet with buttermilk biscuits and a honey pecan sauce. It's gonna be awesome. To get started with my fried chicken, I'm going to take 4 ginormous chicken breasts and I'm going to put it in some buttermilk. Chicken breast has a tendency to dry out, and this will just prevent it from drying out during the frying process. And I want to add some flavor to the chicken. So I'm going to take a clove of garlic, give that a good smash. Wow, can you tell I'm a little aggressive? So I'll take that there, and a few sprigs of thyme. I'll just kind of crush them up in my hand like this just to release the oils. The same thing with the bay leaf. I'm going to add about 2 bay leaves. Just give it a good tear. And to that, I'm going to add my favorite hot sauce, Sriracha. So I'm going to add 2 tablespoons. I like using Sriracha because I love the garlic flavor that's in it. It's got such depth to it. So cover this, pop this into the fridge for however long you like. So now I'm going to show you how to make a gluten-free biscuit. The key is to be using very cold butter, some buttermilk, and lighten the flour load a little bit. So I'm going to add my flour in there, baking powder, and some salt. And now I'm going to add my very cold butter. And with this, you just want to cut the butter into the flour a couple times until it resembles sand. Perfect. So I'm going to add a little bit of buttermilk and a little bit more. Perfect. So the dough has come together very nicely, and I'm going to take some flour, my all-purpose flour that's in the biscuits, and I'm going to lightly dust my board. Just pour your dough out on your cutting board. And we want to treat this like regular biscuit dough. Even though there's not any gluten, you don't have to worry about it becoming tough. So you want to lightly just bring this all together and then just push it out like this. So what I do is just take a biscuit cutter. And most people, I was born and raised in LA, but most people don't know that I am a country girl at heart. I love me some country music, and I love me some Southern food. And when I grow up, I want to live in the South. All right. All you have to do is brush these with a little melted butter and then pop them into your oven at 420 for about 8 to 12 minutes. So I'm going to pop these in and I'll be right back. So now my biscuits are in the oven. I'm going to start the honey pecan sauce to go on top of it. So to start it, I just start with 12 ounces of honey. And to that, I'm going to add 3/4 of a cup of whole grain mustard. And I'm just going to cook this over the stovetop until the honey is melted and the mustard is incorporated. So the honey is now beginning to melt, and look at how beautiful this sauce becomes. I'm going to fold in my pecans, and I love pecans because they're just so southern. You can use any type of nut. You can use walnuts, you can use almonds. I'm just going to finish this with a few dashes of Tabasco. So my sauce is done. I'm going to clean up, gonna get my chicken out, and then we're gonna have a hoedown. So I've got my chicken that's marinated in buttermilk. I'm gonna pull them out and put them on a plate that's lined with paper towels. And I just want to wipe them off because I don't want the buttermilk to make my crust soggy. And now I'm going to make the dredge for my gluten-free fried chicken. I've got brown rice flour in here. To that, I'm gonna add some tapioca flour. And then I'm going to add some potato starch. Potato starch is different than potato flour, so you have to be careful. I'm gonna add a little bit of salt and pepper in the mix as well. Actually, a lot of salt and pepper. You really want these to be really good and seasoned. There's nothing worse than having fried chicken that it has no flavor to it. So I'm gonna add about a tablespoon of onion powder, and the same with garlic. All right, so now I've got my dredge here, got my chicken ready. It's time to fry it up. So just drop that in the dredge, and then just give it a couple taps. Take that bay leaf off. So you always want to lay anything that you're frying away from you. Fried chicken is so awesome. It is, to me, it is the perfect comfort food. It's just like It's like a big Southern mama just coming and giving you a hug and say, it's okay, baby, you're okay. And I said, thank you, Mama. I appreciate it. Because my mom is not Southern, she is Italian. And they tell you they love you by giving you a bowl of pasta and then guilting you and then yelling at you and sending you to your room. So no, you're right, Mom. So it's been about 8 minutes. I'm gonna give these a flip, and they're beautifully golden brown. So we'll let these go for another 8 minutes, and you can just take your oil every so often and just baste it so you get a really nice crispy crust. All right, so I'm gonna pull these out of my oil. Just gonna let it drain a little bit on a paper towel just to get some of that excess oil off. So I like to slice my chicken like this. Hot. Just like that. I've got my biscuit here. And then I like to take my sauce, just give it a good drizzle around. All right, so what I like to do is I like to take my biscuit, to add some of the chicken. This is awesome. This just screams comfort. If you like this recipe, make sure that you check the description below or check out my blog, against-thegrain.com. Can you tell it's gluten-free? Excellent.